Hey, welcome back to another QMark video. So in this video, you're gonna see how to host a website in dark web using a simple Raspberry Pi. Yeah, that's right, using simple Raspberry Pi. So let's get into the video and see how I'm gonna do that. Before starting the video, you need to get ready with the two things. So one is, yeah, obviously it's a Raspberry Pi. So you can buy this from Amazon or Flipkart. It may come around 3,500 to 4,000 rupees. And the other one is an SD card. I'll recommend you to go with a 16 GB because you may have a little space. But if you have a lesser SD card also, you can go with that. If you have a higher amount also, yeah, you can obviously use that too. And the last and final thing what you require is an SD card reader. So let's get into the video and see how to host the website in dark web using this Raspberry Pi. So before getting into the video, let me give a small introduction about dark web and how to connect to dark web and how this total concept is going to work and how people are telling like browsing dark web is anonymous and how secure the dark web is and how the connection is established between you and the website. First, to access the dark web, you just need a Tor browser, or nowadays even Brave browser has a Tor service supporting in it. So if you go on right top corner, you can see an option, click that, and in that you can see a Tor browser will be there. If you click that, you can browse the dark web freely through that. And yeah, obviously browsing dark web, traveling inside the dark web, it's a little slow when compared to the normal web, because in the normal web you're just directly hitting the IP address, but in the dark web it's not happening like that. Let me explain how a dark web website's connection get established. So first, to access the dark web, you will be needing the website's URL. First, the domain URL what you pasted enters into this service called Tor Hidden Service or Onion Hidden Services. Inside Tor network, there is the distributed hash table where all the domains are being saved and the introduction points for all those specific domain website are being saved here. And those introduction points will be two randomly chosen again by the Tor network. So this URL will go and check against the distributed hash table whether this domain is available in that database. Once it is available, it will send you the 3 introduction point of that website. It will choose any one introduction point of the website randomly and it will send a passcode and a new circuit location. It may be France or Germany, something like that. And let the passcode be, in this case, I'm assuming it's a QMark. So the password will be QMark and the new meeting location will be France and the first introduction point will be Germany. So now this website stores these two information. Now this website sends the website files like HTML, CSS files to the new client's location with the passcode attached with it. When these two guys meet with the new introduction point, now the client will be waiting for the server data to get received here. Once the server's data get received, it will first check the passcode, whether the passcode is right. So he'll just knock the doors like, hey, is this the right location? And the password is QMark. So now what happens, the client will say, yeah, this is the right location and the password is QMark. And now the client will be able to see the full website. This is how a website connection gets established, and all these connections, all these router relays are chosen so randomly. And that is the reason why Tor network is so anonymous. And a recent study says like there are more than 7,500 routing relay points inside the Tor network active right now. So it's very hard to pick up where you are starting and where the server is sending. So this is the reason why the website will never know where you're approaching from, and in the same case even you don't know where the website is being hosted from. Okay, let's get into the video and see how to host a website inside dark web using this Raspberry Pi. So now the first step will be take your SD card and put inside the SD card reader and insert that inside your PC. For this video purpose, I'm using my Linux PC to set up the Raspberry Pi. So the first step will be open your browser and copy paste the link what I'm giving in the description. Once you copy paste the link, this will be the site. This is the official site of Raspberry, so you can download OS from here. If you're using Windows, you can go with Windows option. If you're using Mac, you can go with Mac. So in this case, I'm using the last command option. So that is sudo apt install RPA tag imager. Okay, let me open my command prompt. Let me install this from the snap packages. So the command would be sudo snap install RPA imager and press enter. Give it a moment, it will get downloaded. So now let's open it. So it's RPA tag imager. So now let's choose the OS. So it's a Raspberry Pi OS and 32-bit. And then choose a storage. So in my case, it is internal SD card and it's 16 GB. And click right. Yeah, I don't want existing data in this SD card. Let me enter my sudo password. Yeah. So now give it a moment. Now it put all files that is required to run Raspberry Pi OS. So after setting up your SD card, now insert your SD card into Raspberry Pi. You can see the SD card insertion in the back part of it. So once SD card is inserted, so power the Raspberry Pi. In my case, I'm using a simple power bank. This will do the work. So now you can see the Raspberry Pi is running in my simple power bank. Okay. Now the next step, what you have to do. Now it will ask you to create the root user. Please do create the root user and create a strong password. Once it is done, open your desktop and go to terminal and type sudo space app update. So give it a moment, it will update all the repositories. Once you updated the repositories, now it is time to install the Tor browser in your Raspberry Pi. So the command would be sudo app install Tor. Yeah, it is that much easy. It is just sudo app install Tor. Yes, I want to download the packages. Give it a moment. Now the Tor will get installed in this Raspberry Pi. So once the Tor browser is installed, now we need to do small changes in the Tor configuration file. Let me show you how to do that. So the command would be sudo nano /etc /tor again tor with a double R and C, and press enter. So this is the configure file for Tor. Now go to this line called hidden service dir and hidden service port. Now we need to take the command out, remove the hashtag for both the option, and now save the file. Ctrl X and press S to make the changes. So now we need to stop the Tor service. So type sudo service dot stop. Now the Tor service is stopped. Now press the up arrow. Now let's again start. Now we'll get restarted with the configuration what we just updated. Now let's check the Tor status. So it's sudo service and Tor status. Now if you can see, my status is active. So now this is what we want to see, something in green lines, right? So now copy paste the next command what is there in the description and press enter. Now this gives you the domain name for this local Tor service. Just copy the URL and paste it in your notepad. Now let's install Nginx to start the website service in this Raspberry Pi. So to do that, the command would be sudo app install nginx and press enter. Just give the permission, yeah, I want to download the packages. Once the Nginx is installed, let's start the Nginx service. So for that, sudo service nginx start. Now let's see the status. Press the up arrow to repeat the command. So now you can see the Nginx service is started. Now let's check from my Windows PC. I'm using Brave. So if you can see, new private Windows with the Tor. So we need to go with that option. And now let's copy paste the URL and let's see whether our website is there in dark web or not. So it is loading. Yeah, dark web is pretty much so slow. Yeah. So hey, now if you can see, the website is live. This is the default page for Nginx website. So now officially we hosted a website in dark web. We didn't pay for any domain. We didn't pay for any hosting service. It is that much simple. I would highly recommend every hacker, every fellow programmer to host a website in dark web and see how the experience is. And I do recommend to use this knowledge only for good purposes. You can host any new education system in the dark web, and you can host any of your learning websites in the dark web. So now let's see how to customize this website inside the Raspberry Pi. Now just copy paste this line. So this is the place where the default website files are being saved inside this Raspberry Pi. So once you are inside that location, type ls to see the files. Now if you can see, there is a file, there is an index file that's already available. Now we just need to remove that file. So remove, just give the command rm. So I think we need sudo permission. Just type sudo rm and index. Press tab to fulfill the file name. So now type ls and see. Yeah, now it is empty. Now let's use Nano, that's a default editor, and type index.html. And let's create our website. I'm gonna fast forward this video. I'm just making a small website on the name of QMark. Let's see how this goes. I'm not good with HTML, CSS, by the way. Hey, forgot to tell you, you should open this with the sudo permission. So I'm just now save the file. Let's see whether the file is perfect or not. I think it is fine. Let's refresh our website and see. Now my website is live. You can see here the official QMark website. Hello world, we fight for your rights. They just did a small marquee stuff, so it's like simple dark web website to demonstrate how easy it is to host a website in dark web. And then this is my GitHub link, so I just given my GitHub profile link. If you click here, just go to my GitHub profile. So you can see this is my GitHub profile. And let me show you a few other dark web websites what you can browse from Brave browser. You can see this is a DuckDuckGo search engine that available inside the dark web. If you can see the URL, it's some 3G2UP blah 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 .onion. Right, let's see what is my IP. So let's see whether it is able to find my location or not. Yeah, so I'm right now in Austria. So right now I'm in Austria, it's giving me the right location. Fine. So yeah, this is my GitHub and this is my dark web website. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below any future hacking content that you want me to do.